For the females, please, I would like you to build up with your career. If you know how to sing, look for someone who can nurture you very well. If you're good in dancing, go straight into a very good dance school where you can train more. Don't while away your time. And lastly, education first. Thank you.
Good day, everybody. My name is Josephine Israel, and I am the CEO. I don't know why everybody is avoiding that name CEO. I actually registered as a business, so I'm a CEO. I'm the CEO of Finis Talent Studio. Now, what we do basically is we discover artistic talents in young people. We work basically with kids and teenagers, nothing above that. And we organize programs that tend to expose them to showcase their artistic talent, and we tend to channel it into saving lives, because we have lots of issues. I know that if we address them from the angle of, let's say, from these kids, we catch them young, we won't have those issues today. Perception goes a long way. What you expose these children to, what they know, what they know affects their thinking, and in the long run, what they give back to the society. So I feel that if we help them, we solve a whole lot of problems. And one is the fact that we have students that are very independent-minded. And I have most of my students, I've been doing this for over 10 years. And most of my students today, I'm always proud to say this is my student, because they don't run the rat race. They don't, and even if they are in the same line of work with you, trust me, they will stand out because they are very creative. And one of the things we do, like I do every year, we have the art exhibition and stage production. We exhibit artwork made by kids submitted from all over the country, and we started the stage production last year, and by the grace of God, the governor sponsored the stage production because he bought into what we were trying to preach out there. And we do that basically for children living with cancer, because we realize most people don't know their children living with cancer, so we try to create awareness and support in order to save their lives. We do other programs as well, and we're shelving one, which we're already working on one, which we intend to take to public schools. We've been trying to work with the Ministry of Education for that, because we realize that most of these talented kids are in public schools. And trust me, if only we can give the opportunity to explore their artistic side, if we can give them opportunity to be open to several aspects of life, trust me, they will be competing with those from private schools. Now, these days you see parents, even parents that can't really pay so much, they will struggle so hard for their children to go to private schools because they feel, okay, you get links, you do this. But trust me, public school, I finished from a public school as well. So I try as much as possible to give back to the society through my programs to expose these children to lots of things that will showcase them and give them a positive mindset. I have a lot to say, but let me just stop at that. Thank you.
Yeah, good day, everybody seated. My name is Ebe Roberto. From Delta State, born and bred in Lagos State. I'm actually a graduate of pure physics and electronics. But some time ago, I tried to find something different and unique. If I tell you I use papers to teach kids mathematics, it will shock you, right? I use papers to teach kids mathematics, teach them science, teach them focus, patience, teach them love among themselves. So it is actually called origami, paper engineering and origami. So what I do with teenagers, girls and boys in different schools, I use papers to do a lot of magic with them. This is a simple shape. I made this morning before coming down here. This is called a basketer star. But actually it's a shape. It is called an octahedron. Octahedron is a shape that is a solid shape that has spikes like this is the star. If it's an octagon, it's a plane shape from the polygon family. So in general, I work with kids in different schools, and I engage them mentally with papers. Now look at this again. I did this at the back, seated there, because we are for the our dream section. I made a female dress at the back, seated there, and this female dress can be exposed or open without restriction from a square sheet. So if you check very well, we have lines of symmetries, lines of geometries from here. So as a mathematician, it is more easier to expand the mental panels of young teenagers growing up. Because of time, let me stop here. Actually, we actually fold papers to unfold minds. Let me stop here. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Isaac Damian. I run an organization called Teens Can Code. How many of you like to play games here? I'm talking to the young people now. You love to play games. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, so one thing we've realized that Teens Can Code is that young people like to play games. So we've been thinking next generation learning. How do we make young people like you engage with whatever it is that you're learning in school, engage with education in a fun and an exciting way? And one of the things that we've been doing is go to schools, ask young people questions, and we realize that a lot of people just like you, they like to play games. So we've been developing learning platforms for young people where through gamings you can learn stuff like mathematics, English, and you know, the amazing part is it is built by young people like you, because that's what our organization does. Teens Can Code. We're training young people on programming language so they learn how to build mobile application games. So the teenagers are the ones solving the problems of learning for young people just like you. So that's what we're doing, because we believe that education is changing all around the world. The way people learn is changing. So what we want to do is for Nigeria here, when you get into class, your class time can be very flexible because the class is no longer the place where you get to learn. You can learn in your house. You can learn using your mobile phone. So that's what we're doing. But basically, our Teens Can Code, we bring young people, teach them programming skills, and then they learn how to build mobile apps, games, web applications, and all that. And one of the things that we challenge them with is what we call the next generation learning. So we are saying, how do we make learning fun for young people? Because we know that, like I said earlier, all around the world, it is changing. So how do we make it fun for young people? How do we make it more engaging and flexible for young people like you? And we came up with, not the organization per se, but young people like you came up with an idea called feway.com.ng, which is on the prototype stage right now. You can check it. So what that platform does is, from wherever you are, you can go on that platform, ask a question, and a young person like you would answer your mathematics problem, English problem, social study, whatever course it is. They are going to answer you, and these are young people like you. They are the same people that have the same challenge that you have. They are not teachers. They are young people trying to help others, because we're building it with a model that says peer-to-peer learning, and which is one of the things that we see would happen in the future, where young people are collaborating amongst themselves, learning within each other's space. So that's what we're doing at Teens Can Code. Thank you so very much.
Hello. Okay, I talk better on my feet, so I'm going to stand up. Before I introduce myself, I would like to ask a question. How many children in this room know the meaning of STEM? STEM, S-T-E-M. It's an acronym. If you know the meaning of STEM, please just raise your hand. Hello, don't hide, don't hide. Please don't hide. If you know the meaning of STEM, please. Okay, he doesn't want to stand up. I'm more concerned about you knowing the meaning of STEM than my name. The meaning of STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. That's the full meaning of STEM. Why am I telling you this? We live in the 21st century. And when I was educated based on the curriculum that was designed in the 60s. But now I'm in the 21st century. What does that mean to me? When I say 21st century, like now, I have to go to the labor market that is demanding skills that they need to do that job now. But when I was educated, nobody taught me those skills. That means I do not even know what I need to meet the demand of the 21st century workforce. At the end of the day, we are all going to school to be able to earn a living. So if I went to school and I cannot earn a living, then why did I go to school? And statistics has it that now 1 out of 2 graduates in Nigeria are unemployed. Do you know the reason why they are unemployed? It's not because there are no jobs. Nigerian graduates are unemployable. When I say they are unemployable, they do not have the skills to do the job in the 21st century. And that is why my company and 3 others, we co-founded this thing. It's called STEM skills. Even if you are in arts, you need these skills: science, technology, engineering, and mathematics skills. If you are in art, you still need to deal with technology. You need to, when you get to the university stage, which I pray everybody, or all the children in this room get to, you will have to deal with the computers. They will teach you statistics, no doubt. They will teach you statistics in maybe your 200 level. They will teach you how to calculate mean, median, mode, and all those things. But they teach you on paper. But then you go to the workforce in the 21st century. Nobody is asking you for paper to calculate mean, median, mode. They are asking you to use statistical tools to do it. So if you cannot do it, nobody will employ you. So you have an education, but you are not employable, which is where STEM skills come in. We are able to identify the gap that exists between this education. Don't get me wrong. You need to get educated. You need to be in school. Because the only way you can even say, okay, I'm going to an employer to employ me is because you have certificates. You've gone to school. Okay, I want to do an entrance exam. But then if you pass the entrance exam, then he interviews you to check your skills. He can give you okay, type a memo for me. Then you lack the skills. That means you don't get the job. So you need to complement your education with what is demanded in the 21st century. I'll leave my co-founder to tell you more about the kind of programs we are trying to introduce at all levels, primary, secondary, university, in order to be able to combat this great challenge that is making almost every graduate unemployable in Nigeria. Thank you.
Let me just support her. She forgot to tell you her name is Aderisola Adio Adepoji. So you can give her applause. I am always seeing young people. Okay? So I will start by this. I am Dr. Mrs. Salisu Titilola. Why am I saying this? I'm sure you'll be wondering what is she doing here, right? And I'm sure you know, after getting PhD, there's no other degree anymore. Are you aware of that? Good. I'm proud to stand here to support everybody sitting down here, to tell you we need to revolutionize education. I'll make it simpler for you. Trying to say, what I say? You have to start paying attention to yourself. Pay attention to your studies. And pay attention to what you want to use your studies to do. Okay? How do I mean? You are learning mathematics. You are learning English, right? Science. What do you want to do with it? You have to start thinking. What problem do you want to solve with it? That is what STEM is all about. We are bridging the gap between education and empowerment. Okay? Irrespective of wherever you find yourself, you should be able to stand on your feet and start something for yourself. With science, technology, engineering, and mathematics skills. What are the skills? Your thinking skills is a gift. Your critical problem-solving skills. How many of you can stand here and talk? Do you know there is what we call confidence skills? So many skills for you to pay attention to. Okay, so at the end of the day, when you are through, you'll be employable. At the same time, you can create jobs like these wonderful people. Do you understand? What do we gain in return? We reduce, right? We reduce what? Unwanted pregnancies, right? So many atrocities in our country can be reduced through your skills, STEM skills. There is no job you do now, you must be tech compliant. You must know computer. It's not about pressing phones. It's about using the phones to solve a problem. So we have We have programs at every level at our STEM skills, from nursery school to tertiary institutions. You have to learn skills to complement your education. I can't tell you all, but you can go online, find out how you come on board and how we can assist you. We do sensitization, training, mentorship, and so many opportunities. Don't worry about your level, it doesn't matter. You can even be in KG1. STEM skills is the way. I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, Doctor. I love that. I hope you guys have learned two panelists have said so much. I actually, appreciate this panel for one thing. They kind of represent different sector, different field, and that is very good. We have, people in arts, people in sciences on the panel. Please, a warm round of applause for them. And in rounding up, because they've all, shared their ideas and given us a snippet of what they do with their career and business. And I will just allow them round up again, each, considering everything they've already talked about. Now, our last speaker, she mentioned one thing, that your mobile phone, all the gadgets you have right now, is not for you to just go online and while away your time. It's for you to go online and learn new skills. There are so many opportunities. In fact, this is the best time to be alive. And I'm grateful that I'm young and I'm alive. And I really envy the kids that are coming after this time, because it only gets better with technology. So you have to tap into it as early as you can. Don't go on social media and use all the apps and everything to while away your time, waste your data. Waste your data on learning new things. There is no limit in this age and time. So in rounding up, I'm going to allow our speakers to share their farewell nuggets to us. Just tell us, look at these children, our able panelists, look at these young people that we have in our midst. And imagine that you are them. You are sitting on that seat. Some of them don't even know what we're talking about. Some of them are still trying to, absorb it. They probably just go home and keep saying, okay, this event I went for today, what did I even learn? So tell them in simple terms, what can they do? How can they, plan their life? Just talk like you are talking to your younger self. 1 minute each, please.
So
Thank
I
you.
did like to stand up at this moment. At age 16, I lost my father. It was a very sad experience because I was in SS3 at that time and I was passing out to the university. I was the only son of my house, and I had two sisters, one in front and one at my back. My mother had just undergone a surgery on hemorrhage. She was bleeding for so many years, so she could not walk. The onus was on me to carry on the family. So I paused on my education to work on the site as a construction unskilled worker. I will work from 8 to 5, lifting the bag of Dangote cement up 3-story building, 2-story in my area in Mowe, Ogun State. And I earned 700 naira a day. One day I came late and I was punished severely. And while I was sitting there at lunch, I asked myself, who am I, what am I, and what was I created for? That blew my mind. I started reading books. And after that day, my life changed. I understood what I was. Young man, young lady, you are not just here working as a nomad. You are not just to school just because you want to go to school. And that was how I founded Young Protege Leadership Foundation. I started what we started doing. In a company, to be starting datavault.ng. What does Data Vault do? I am actually trying to connect you with my story. Data Vault is the first African data bank and infographics. There's a lot of problem around big data. My best friend, what are you doing with your best friend? And I said, it is high time that I will start collecting data and we start storing them in a bank where young people want to test it. You don't have to go to the ministry. You don't have to go to the government and pay 20,000 just to get a data, just to write thesis that your professor end up dumping on the floor in their office. So young people, this is the reality of Nigeria. That as much as we are pushing and we are advocating that our curriculum, we start looking at what, in fact, one of the things that I will always talk about, I always talk with my mentors, is the fact our education should not prepare us for now. Our education should prepare us for the future. So in preparing a curriculum for these young ones, I dream of a government that will sit down and say, what are the problems that we envisage in 10, 20 years? What are the skills needed to solve this problem? And we pass it across to these people. So young girl, young boy, my advice and my candid advice to you this morning or this afternoon is that you take your life seriously and you become responsible for it. You are the CEO. You are the government that if your life gets spoiled or if anything happens to you, you are the first person that will be the culprit. I had to take responsibility for my life before I got to where I am. Now, everybody wants to use the skill that I have. They say, Toby, come do this, come do that. It is because I have a value to give. What value? Every time you wake up in the morning, ask yourself, what value do I have to give? I will end up with a very short story of one of my protégés who schooled in Unilag. So he got an admission to African Leadership University in Rwanda. And we started considering.
Okay, please.
I'm rounding off already.
Sorry, no story.
No, yeah.
No story, bro.
And we started considering, should he go to Rwanda? So he dropped out. And he's now in Rwanda. He dropped out of university in Unilag and went to Rwanda. Today they have started Volta, a bicycle that can help you pump water on the farm. And they went to the US to actually, they got $50,000 to actually do this project. So young boy, young girl, find a problem in your community and start solving it. And you will see government running after you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Find a problem in your community, solve it. Please make your end of speech very brief, very brief. Thank you very much.
Hello. Okay, he has said it all. At this point, I really would not stress much than just to tell you, build on your career. 2, work on your talent. 3, you need to know your inner self. Think out of the box. When I mean think out of the box, imagine yourself in this place. You're being comfortable. See yourself that, what if I get to this box? What will happen to me? Challenge yourself. Take risk. Thank you.
Okay, what I would like to say is I would prefer using the word, let the government work with you. Now, how does this happen? We all have talents, one way or the other. You have to learn to expose yourself to lots of opportunities as a young person. Who do you move with? What do you like doing? My experience is as close as is, but I was just fortunate enough to have parents that, I was born in an era where everybody will say it's just school, but my father supported me a lot. As you see me, I play football, I sing, I dance, I act. I can design. I made this. My students made this. Not because I just woke up one day and it came to me, But because my parents left me, my dad and mom, they're late, and I'm the first child as well. But they left me a legacy that you have to learn to discover yourself and build yourself to that extent where when you reach out for support, it will be easier to stand confidently and say, yes, I've done this. Because if you're reaching out to the government and the government is not seeing what you've done, they would be reluctant. But if you've done something tangible, something reasonable, trust me, last year when I had the art exhibition, that was the first time I reached out to the governor. I've never done that before. And immediately just told me, oh, okay, I'm interested. And he paid for the exhibition, he paid for the stage production. If I had not been doing something positive, I wouldn't be able to just reach out because I'll be thinking it's first time. But please, learn to invest your time. Move with the right set of people. Tom is my friend. We all started like friends in church, in school. I went to school as well. I went to the Nigerian Institute of Journalism and UNILAG. I had that education, but I choose to stand on my own to do something. I served at STV. I served at NTA. I did my internship there. But all those things are just experiences that add to my life, to my perception, and it even added to me as a person. So you can check my CV and I will tell you I've done this, I've done that. But I choose to say that if we as young people, we do the right thing, we'll discover our talents and work towards it. And when you see opportunities to groom these talents, please grab them. I learned this through a free workshop. I just went there and I got the best students over. And I'm training young people to make this as well. So please, I want you to think, what is my talent? What is my passion? You're going to school, right? It's very good to go to school, but please balance it. Learn to balance your educational life with your talents and your passion. I work with the Lebanese community in Lagos right now. I teach the children art, and I see the way they groom their kids. They have lots of female children. Like I work majorly with the female kids, and you see a child, a female child being able to play football. They will tell you, she has a music teacher, she has an art teacher, she has a swimming teacher, she has a skating teacher. They are paying because they know the value of these things. You're not learning to dance because it's just for the fun of it. Trust me, it's psychological. What you do artistically affects you psychologically. So try to engage yourself in lots of things because you never can know where that particular will pull you towards your goal, or should I don't know what to say. So that is all I have to tell you today. Thank you.
She said something that learn to balance your educational life with your talent and skills. Sir.
Don't count the things you do. Or better still, let me come this way. Don't do the things that count in different directions. Now look at this. This is a plain sheet. I actually designed circuit in electronics. I did my first transmitter when I was writing JAM. If I own the transmitter, I can block any frequency in my environment. This is a transmitter. This is a receiver. If I mesh the two together, it will be a transceiver, walkie-talkie. As a matter of fact, I stopped doing that effectively because of power back then. When I was in year 2, I designed a simple inverter, 0.5 kVA inverter that powers my house. So those period, my neighbor thought I was dragging their lights. In essence, after living in the university environment, I came back to Lagos. I'm also the first child, all these ones, too, the first family. My father had a house here in Lagos, close to Lasu. Left my father's house. So I came to Mushin to stay with my friend. Let me shock you. I stayed in my friend's place in a jam center for 2 to 3 years. We sleep in a classroom. We sleep on the floor, on the bench in the classroom. Mosquito, rat, everything dealt with us for 2.5 years. Teaching at different jam centers in Lagos, maths and physics. But when I found origami, my life changed. Origami is one art that has affected the world from Asia, Japan. Now, this is the square sheet. I ask children a lot, kids, because of time. I ask them what shape it is. Tell me it's a square. I asked them, if this is a square, you see a young child in class in primary school, if one side of this square is 5 meters, what is the perimeter? Some will shout, say it's wrong. Why? I want the unit. If I say it's wrong, they'll say, ow, but you said perimeter is a distance from an object. I said yes, but the answer is what? 20 meters. I said, wow, because of the unit. If I fold again like this, and I crease very well, if I ask most of the students here in this place, how many shapes do we have here, students? You see, they will say 2, but they are wrong. It's 3 shapes. We have 2 rectangles and a square. Mental thinking. You see? 2 and a square. Now, they've done already. If I now fold again like this, the other way around, it's them now. They don't need to think any para-acetylmethoxyphenol to know that in their level for primary school is 5. They'll shout 5. But in secondary school class is 9. You see, it is the critical thinking. So all you have here today, your computer, your fan, your vehicles are from origami paper engineering. Okay. It was used to design any stuff, then create into mold, either solid, metal, or woods. You will see a Nigerian carpenter do a chair for you, you'll be scared to sit on it. It's shaking. It's an anomaly.
You need to round up now, sir.
Okay, in general, if it does not challenge you, it will not change you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Since we're all standing, okay. 2 words, go for knowledge. And I'm going to be biased about the knowledge I'm talking about. Go for technology knowledge. The future is tech. Technology is the future. So whatever you want to be, I know if I ask, what do you want to be after school? What do you want to study? I'm going to hear doctor, lawyer, engineering. Nobody's going to say anything around computer science. And the truth is, I don't blame you for that because you cannot aspire to what you don't even know about. You need to know about the careers in tech or you can aspire for any. One of the things I tell my teenager is, what problem do you want to solve in the future? What problem do you want to solve today? There are lots of problems in Nigeria, and these problems are waiting for solutions. And one of the things that we're doing with our young is go into your communities. There are lots of problems there. Which one can you solve? How can you use technology to solve this problem? And this is what I'm going to be saying to you. You can write it down. Go back home, ask yourself, what problem am I going to solve? Now, I'm not saying everybody is going to do tech. If you say you want to be a doctor, what problem are you going to solve as a doctor? That way you will become a doctor with a difference. If you say you want to become a lawyer, what problem are you going to be solving as a lawyer? If I ask you, how many of you know Ben Carson? Oh, beautiful. I know. We all know Ben Carson. Okay, so any other person, can you give me another name of a neurosurgeon? Just one person, any name. It happens every time. We all know Ben Carson. Why? Because he chose a problem to solve, and the world knows about him today. So if you find a problem that you're going to solve, this is what I sat down to tell myself in 2016, and it changed my life. And between 2016 and today, I have done far beyond all my life. Between 2016 and 2018, I met the Queen of England. She gave me an award for the things I'm doing. Last year, I met with President Obama. This is because I have figured out a problem to solve in the community. And this is what we're making our young people do at Teens Can Code. All my teenagers, they have one project that they're working on, and it's geared towards solving a problem in their community. So think about it. What problem are you going to solve? This life is for problem solvers. It's either you're solving a problem or you're part of the problem. Thank you.
I didn't intro the last time. I'm going to tell you a little about myself. And I'm a girl. A girl. Girls, Hello? Okay. I have two messages. First, I like asking questions. If I ask, how many of you know what Google is? Google. You know what Google is? That's fantastic. I'm doing a PhD at University of Lagos. I should be rounding off soon. I have a fashion company I've run for 8 years. I'm the co-founder of STEM Skills. I've been out of this country several times. I could tell you about that and you'll be impressed. But what comes to mind? She's doing a PhD, right? She should know a lot of things. She's Einstein. I will shock you. I truly started learning in 2017, 3 years into my PhD. Why do I mean I truly started learning? Before, I was reading to pass. So, why did I start learning? I went to a conference in Ghana, and I met someone. And she was saying, oh, Darren, what, something about Google Scholar, and I was looking at her like, okay, what's she talking about? Because I knew what Google was, but I didn't even know Google Scholar that I was supposed to be using as someone in the academics was relevant to me. Then I Googled it, and I found Google Scholar there, all the citations present. And then I had 2 academic publications. I'm not like, I'd written 2 papers. Then I went back to my school, started to think, if I did not know that, why didn't I know that? Even if I knew what Google was. I could have asked Google, do you know what the greatest skill is? The greatest skill you can probably have is learning how to learn. Many people don't know how to learn. Many people can read, but you don't know how to learn. So I will ask you today as children, whatever they give you in school that they are teaching you, involve yourself. Don't learn it to pass. You have to learn how to learn. And I will tell you my experience. For the better part of last year, I was carrying out research in the UK. The first week was miserable for me. You know why? I'm an African. If I want to ask for something, I want to probably ask for how to check one Airtel this thing. I'll say, I'll first call my friend. Please, do you know that code for Airtel? When I have a mobile phone, I could have asked that mobile phone. It's because I don't know how to learn. And you know how I suffered for it in the UK? In the UK, when you get there, you ask your flatmates, please, do you know the address to this? And she's like, have you asked Google? That's her attitude. Because she's looking at you like, how can you be so dumb? You cannot ask Google. Because Google knows. You can ask Google, when should I wake up? It's as in the silliest of things. So you need to learn how to learn. As Africans, we don't have that culture of even knowing how to learn. It is important you cultivate that habit of learning how to learn. Google is your friend. If they give you an assignment in school, if you are opportune to have a computer, please ask Google. Don't go and first ask him. Challenge your brain. You don't have to ask your friend first. Ask Google. Google has a lot of information, correct information that can pass down. But you need to first have that habit of knowing how to learn. You have to learn. I cannot overstress it. In UK, I kept asking people, and I got lost. I walked in the code for 1 hour because I did not think to ask Google. By the end of the week, I was down with the code, and I thought they followed me from Nigeria to the UK. You know, that kind of mentality. So my learning journey, I would say, began just 2-3 years ago, and I'm doing it. So at your age, it is important for you to have that habit right from the onset. Just don't learn in school. Just don't cram and pour. Learn it for the sake of knowledge, and it is important you first acquire that skill on how to learn. And the slogan of Google Scholar, please stand on the shoulders of giants. Find mentors for yourself. Every young person in this room, I was with Mrs. Awuchika on Sunday, and she told me she had a mentor, that she had been a mentee. She has been mentoring from primary 6. Some of you here are already in GSS class. Find a mentor. You know who a mentor is? Somebody you like. Somebody you think is doing well. A woman or a man. Find that person. Walk up to the person. Be courageous. I like your life. Can you, I want to be your mentee. Find that person. Attach yourself to that person. That is the only way to greatness. Find a mentor. Thank you.
I think they have said it all. PhD, BSc, MSc. I've finished my PhD. 5 years now, right? and I'm still learning. What do I want you to take from there? You have to keep learning. Maybe you don't know what PhD is. Let me put it down. Let me just break it down for you. From primary school to secondary, pay attention. University, all right? When you get to university, that's your after you graduate, that's your first degree, BSc, right? In whichever field you have chosen, right? Then you do your postgraduate, MSc. Then you do your PhD, postgraduate, right? And you think you have arrived. No. Especially now in Nigeria, pay attention. As little as learning how to learn is, it is a skill. As little as I'm standing right in front of you, holding this mic is a skill. Going up and down to organize this event is a skill. Our dream started from our dream. She's going to unveil another book. I implore all of you to get one. She started from somewhere. Writing skills is a great skill. Speaking skills, look at her, is a skill. Do you know that? So start learning and continue to learn. And I want you to say one thing right now before I leave. I want all of you to be STEM sound. Say it to yourself. I want to be STEM. Can I hear you, boys? I want to be STEM. Do you know why? Everything, yourself, what you're sitting on, what you are eating, what you're looking at, what you're listening to, what you're sleeping on, revolve around science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Look at the examples of that paper man. Look at him, engineering, technology. Can you do anything without technology? Look at that hat. Okay. Do you understand? And continue to learn. There is no limit to learning. Continue to learn.
Okay. Can someone say wow? Wow, wow, wow. Her dream. Her dream. Her dream. Have you guys learned something today? I have learned a lot. And I liked what Dr. Aderinsola said about, you being a lifelong learner. The greatest skill you can learn is to learn. You can't get to a point in your life where you feel that you are too big to learn. You are all still too young. I am still learning. And I must confess, I've learned so much from all our panelists today. And you guys are so lucky to have of people come talk to you. I want one bold student in this audience. If you know you learned something, I want you to come out and recap, even if it's for, just 30 seconds. Just tell us, what have you learned from all of these panelists today? One person, 2, 3. Who is coming? Come on, son, come. A warm round of applause for him. Any other volunteer? Girls, any girl in the house? Okay, what's your name? Your name and tell
My
us what
name
you've
is
learned.
Lukman Jima Akinshimoy. I'm a student from the Nectar schools. Now, I learned a little bit from our panel. They are trying to tell us to be able to find yourself, know what you can do, and think ahead of the box. And you should not be at the point that you'll be saying, I'm a man, I know how to do everything by myself, but we all have to learn every single time. Now, I was sitting there. This madam over here, she said you should be able to learn how to think. And people, I know like thousands of people who say, see, I'm the king of everything, I can do everything. But I say we have to learn every single time. Thank you.
Wow. A warm round of applause for him. Wait, you have a gift. One of our panelists, Josephine Joseph, will present you with a gift. Come. Take it. That's your gift. Go
Okay, I
have
was
it.
thinking it was a girl that will come out. Unfortunately, a guy is getting this. This is one of my products. This was made by a teenager, one of my students. She's in the University of Ibadan right now. So I'm giving it to you from Phoenix Cleaning Pattern.
Thank you. Okay. My name is Oluwagemini Ilesomi. My name is Oluwagemini Ilesomi. I'm from Liam Schools. I learned that we should build up in our career and we should always try to balance your talent with your studies. And you have to think, what is my talent? What did I want to use my talent to do to build up your community? How to find something reasonable to make your country better. And I also learned that you should find a mentor in everything you are doing, in what you want to become. Thank you.
I'm so impressed. Please clap for her. Any gift? Oh. Ah. Thank you so much. Our panelists are not only leaders, they are also very kind. Please, another warm round of applause for them. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We've learned so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, the event, Mademoiselle Foundation, a Dream Project 2019, we've just covered